Hello and welcome back to War Sales, and we're here speaking with Mr. Odric. Oh yes, and he is actually fine with giving us Askar. I'm actually really surprised about this. I thought he was going to require a lot more, but he is perfectly fine with this, so I am going to be taking that, thank you very much, every single day of the week. And yeah, we're actually looking like this now. Yeah, we're looking like this. They only have Vostrom and Sahel Castle remaining with their faction, and I gotta say, I think that is hilarious. I think that is super funny. Oh yeah, Myzea, as you can see from Myzea right there, they made peace with us, and I basically I just sent them a message. I just sent the people a message because they formed back into a main faction. Like I said in the previous episode, they formed into a main faction, or shall we say they merged into a main faction, and then I spoke to the leader, you know, whoever it was, and basically just bought it back. It was pretty easy to do that. Anyway, we now have a bit of a situation on our hands. So what I'm thinking of doing, and this is going to be a thing that we will probably end up doing pretty soon-ish, is we're going to create a faction. I know. I probably shouldn't do this, all things considered. I probably shouldn't do this because if we end up needing to, well, I mean, let's face it, they're probably going to be attacking us over and over again, aren't they? It's probably going to be quite harsh. However, a very good way of generating loyalty, yes, is indeed through having policies. And I'm kind of thinking that policies are, shall we say, probably the way to go. Now, I'm not really sure when I should really do it, because I'm kind of a little bit dubious about it. I'm thinking to myself, oh, yeah, you know, if we do it, you know what's going to happen. We're going to have some issues. We're going to have issues, and it's going to be a bit of a problem, because, well, as I say, they're going to be attacking us almost immediately, I would say. They're probably going to be declaring war against us very fast, because what else are they going to do? You know, it's kind of a no-brainer, you know? It's kind of a no-brainer situation for them, because all they're going to do is be like, yeah, okay, this guy has so many thieves, and there's very little that we can do to take those thieves without declaring war against him. And that's pretty much it. So I'm thinking that that's probably going to be what we'll do. But not just yet. I do want to do it. It's just going to take a little bit of time for us to get there. We're just going to call our ship back real fast. Okay, so I have 8.45 million. I think I probably should have enough to be able to... Let's see, Vostrom... that's unfortunate. Okay, yeah, we're going to have to go over there. So I will... I guess we'll just sail over there. Hilariously enough, I actually have a huge amount of my people, as you can see by the shipmaster skill that's currently leveling up. I do have a lot of people in our party at this point. Now, this is obviously not really on purpose. I was kind of hoping that maybe I could put one of them as a governor, but they basically don't have any skills. None of these people have any skills whatsoever, so it's well, it's a little bit difficult. Let's just say that. It's a little bit difficult to really, you know, kind of see what we want to do with that, because they are basically useless. They're not going to be able to do much, and they're going to have very minor benefits. Let's actually just go and speak to Penestia here. She obviously has just leveled up, or shall we say aged up, and we're just going to get her some points in cunning here, because scouting is obviously going to be leveling up really nicely. Let's see, what else do we want? I guess we'll just get some more tactic skill, even though that doesn't really, that's not really going to do anything for us. But yeah, we could get some more caravans, obviously. We could get some more caravans and stuff like that, and that generally would be probably the way to go. Oh, another Iron Belly, hello. You are 30, yes, I will be taking him, yes. We will be getting him immediately, because anytime I see an Iron Belly, I'm just like, yes, we got to get him. He's just, no offense right now, but every other companion pales in comparison to Iron Bellies. I don't know why, but they are always exceptional. I believe Boron, is he still alive, by the way, Boron? I'm not entirely sure. I need to check that. Because I don't know whether he died in the previous episode. Yeah, I think he did, yeah. Yeah. He did die in the previous episode. That is actually kind of sad, because he survived until he was literally like 80, 90 maybe, actually? Wait, let me have a look here. Boron. Is this him? This is not him. No, that is definitely not him. Okay, unfortunately, he's not even in the encyclopedia for some reason. Why is he not in the encyclopedia? He should be, right? That's kind of strange. Yeah, we're 74 now, by the way. Okay, let's have a look. Where is... Huh. Okay, apparently he because he was just a companion, he's not even in the encyclopedia. That's kind of a bit weird. Oh, well, never mind. Okay. Anyway, what we can do is we can now speak to Mr. Saeed here, and we can try and see and hope that he's actually going to be applicable here for a nice little deal. A nice little deal, sir. Yes. Oh, wow. That was... okay. Yep, it's very cheap. Very nice. Instantaneous for us. Extremely nice. Let's go for festivals and games. Oh wow, this town is absolutely terrible. Wow. Okay, I'm actually really surprised about that. I was thinking that this was going to be kind of good because it was somewhat left alone for quite some time, but I guess the amount of besieging that's gone on has really made a huge difference. Really made a huge difference to everyone involved. And oh dear, Boskorik the Brave has died of old age. That is not particularly good. Whatever the case, I will just level up a couple of extra things here. We've got a lot of... yeah, as you can see, he's leveling up so dramatically right now. Really nice to see that. Maybe we can get... none of this other stuff really helps us that much, unfortunately. Forgivable grievances is obviously okay. Opposing gender is obviously fine as well. Let me actually see. Is there anything else here? Yep, just this. There we go. Hello there. Alright, so what we're going to do now is we're going to speak to this guy, and we're going to ask him for Sahel Castle. That's 3.8 million, and beam, boom, and I will shake around all the room and all that wonderful stuff, and they are done. The Aserai are completely done. They are eliminated. They have been destroyed. And you know what's really funny? I think I could actually... I might be able to... If I make a oh, I don't know whether I want to make a faction. If I make a faction now, that's going to be very risky. It's going to be probably one of the riskiest things we could do right now, because we have a solid power base, kind of. I mean, look, you know, all of the Aserai territory is completely fine here. The problem is, Kanazat is about to potentially, I mean, she's not ill or anything like that, so she's going to be fine. I mean, she is fine at the moment. But the problem is going to be, if she ends up dying relatively soon, then we're going to have some issues. We're going to have some pretty big problems. Because then I'm not entirely sure how we're going to handle a... potential war or anything like that. I'm not sure what's going to happen with that. So I'm thinking to myself right now, let's try to focus our efforts on purchasing someone else's territory. I'm thinking maybe the Khuzait. Right now. I'm not entirely sure if that's really going to work, but we could try it out. Let's have a look at Makeb real fast. Okay, Ikran, we're going to speak to her real fast. And we are going to hopefully be able to get Makeb. Now, if we can do that, then I'll be very pleased. Yep, there you go. 16 million. Instant. Nice. Okay, that's wonderful. Okay, so 89 loyalty at Myzea here. I actually would like to leave. I would actually like to select a governor, so I'm going to do that. We're probably going to be leaving Karanila here. She has literally no skills, as you can quite clearly tell. Absolutely terrible skills, but she does have, well, she is Empire culture, and this is Empire culture, so... Oh, what's going on here? It looks as though Odric is declaring war on us. And he's actually doing that from his clan. This is very interesting. Okay, so how is this actually going to work? Because he's obviously... I don't even know where he is. I don't even know what he's going to do. How is he... He's not going to do anything. He's not going to be able to call for an army or anything like that. So this is very interesting. I don't know what's going to happen with that. But anyway, I'm going to send a messenger to this guy. I was actually going to wait for a little bit longer, but... Well, I don't. I'm not sure if I can. Not sure if I do. If I have the ability to do that. No, I'm not going to be joining you. Thank you. I will be taking you. Oh yes, I will be taking your town though. Thank you very much. There we go. All right. So this is really, really nice. Now what we could potentially do, we might be able to get Hakun Castle. That would be very, very nice. Myzea is slowly starting its road to recovery. It's getting some food. I mean, obviously this is now the issue, because obviously I have to basically do everything, right? We have to do absolutely every single thing that is in the game right now. I need to do everything. I need to negotiate with vassals. I need to, you know, spec our family members. I need to make sure that every single town is doing okay. You know, obviously loyalty being a thing as it is right now, it's kind of a bit difficult to make that work. But you know, that's how it is. You know, we have to micromanage things quite dramatically here, which I'm not a big fan of. As I've said, I don't really like micromanaging this much, but it is necessary to stop these wonderful rebellions from occurring. But yeah, actually, you know what? Can I send a message to that guy? Let me send a message to Odric real quick. Oh, I can't. He's dead. Oh. Okay. Okay, well, that's funny. Yeah, so he basically declared war against us and then he died. So I'm going to assume that that is a curse, and anyone that declares war on us dies. That seems to be the case, so I guess we could just be thankful that we're not declaring war on ourselves or anything like that. That sounds pretty good. So yeah, anyway, we're going to be attempting to get Hakun Castle here, 4.6 million. Absolutely fine with me. No problem at all there. And what do we have going on here? Who's this? Ah, hello. Yes, I would like to speak to you, sir. Wait, who's your leader? Your leader is this guy. We know him. Okay, I will send him a message. Is this the guy? Is that the leader? Wait, was that the leader that I was just speaking to? It is. Okay, so I can't even hire him. Yeah, I can't hire him because I'm not currently a kingdom. As far as I'm aware, at least. That seems to be the case. Okay, so we only have 2 towns left for the Crusade. Oh, they also have 2 castles down there. But that's absolutely fine. We don't have to really worry about that too much. All I need to do is I need to get my hands on Odok. Odok is going to be a lot easier for us to deal with. I am actually going to be doing a little bit of something here with Baltacan. I'm just going to reduce this to about half. And I'm going to reduce this to about 25%. And yeah, that's probably what I'm going to do now. I'm just going to try to make sure that our... well, try to make sure that our garrisons are okay. I might want to increase the wage that we give them by... maybe another 50%. Maybe just put it at to, you know, 75% or something like that. Maybe that would be the right way to go. Not entirely sure at the moment, but yeah, you could see here that the prosperity of Chaikand has actually gone down rather dramatically, which is really, really helpful for its selling price. So if we can make that happen, I'll be pretty pleased. Let's actually have a look. Yeah, Odok is looking absolutely fantastic as well. We could probably buy that for about maybe 8 million, actually. We might be able to get it for 8 million. Let's take a look at Myzea real fast. The loyalty is still fine. It's going down by 0.5 every single day, but that's okay. We don't really have to worry about it just yet. Ah, here we go. We actually have a little marriage on our hands here. I think we will say yes. There we go. Very nice. And where is Haka? Is he with me? Yes, he's with me. Okay, so that's fantastic. So all I need to do now is just call for her, and then they're gonna, you know, procreate and do all that wonderful stuff. And I'm basically just doing that kind of randomly at this point. There are so many people. It's extremely difficult to me, you know, for me to keep a handle on absolutely every single one of them. So I kind of just go, oh, this guy just got married. Okay, we're gonna put, you know, him and his wife in the party, and then they're just going to do their own thing. I could obviously put them as governor, you know, in a place, and then they could just procreate there. But most of the time, it doesn't really seem to be of that much benefit because they just well, they have no skills. They have very, very few skills. Anyway, let's see. Okay, I'm going to go for one more. As I said, I think it's going to be about 8 million for us to purchase ODOC. I think it will probably be about 8 million. Let's take a look and actually see whether that's going to be the case. Oh. Never mind. I apparently need to go into the tavern and find out more about them. Or I don't have to find out anything about them, and I can literally just do this. Now, obviously, they are wanting us to trade a castle with them. That is not going to work. So it looks as though I will now have to wait a little bit, just a small amount of time, not too much. And we'll see if we can maybe get a handle on ODOC in just a second. Once we have that, they are literally almost... they're basically done. They're basically done at that point. There we go. I think that should be enough. Let's just speak to this guy. These people are so weird now because I'm literally talking to... Is this a Nord or a Sturgian or something like that? I'm actually not entirely sure, but yeah, there you go. All right, we did that. 10 million. Very nice. And how's the loyalty situation doing here? The loyalty is absolutely fine. We can just put a little bit of money in here. Oh, we don't even need to do that technically. Okay, so we'll just put it on loyalty, festivals, and games, and so on and so forth. And I think what we'll do, we're gonna start doing this now. I'm not gonna go through all of my stuff, but I'm just gonna untick unlimited wage, and I'll just leave it on 2,000. Because while our total expenses, as you could quite clearly tell, is at about 58,000 right now, we're still making a huge profit of 500,000. So we don't really need to, you know, pinch pennies anymore, technically, right? So we can kind of be a little bit more, you know, we can spend a little bit more here. That's what I'm trying to say. Now, I am going to try and see if I can get my hands on those castles, but I'd like to do that after we get Chaikand. Let's just cross our fingers and hope that we can make enough money to be able to do that before anything untoward happens. Okay, so we're going to offer a little bit of money here for Chaikand. Ooh... Yeah, no, it looks pretty harsh, actually. It looks pretty harsh about how we're going to get this. Okay, we're going to have to wait a little bit longer for this, unfortunately. I'm at McKeb at the moment. What we're going to do is we're going to be seeing who owns both of these. Let's actually just... no, okay, we can't see that guy. We can see this one. Okay, so let's send him a message. See if we can get our hands on at least one of these castles, and then I'm going to have to try and find the other one. So it's probably a good idea that I try to find that guy a little bit ahead of time. As you can see, this literally was just about 2 million, so really, really cheap. Nothing really bad to worry about here. Unfortunately, I will have to go down here and see what's going on with the, well, with this particular clan. Yeah, unfortunately, this other one is not available here. We can't find out information about them there. So that's unfortunate. Let's just see. Who is this guy again? It's, no. Who is it? Wait a minute. Let me just see who it is. Mizam? I don't know. Let's have a look. No. Okay. Yeah. I'm assuming he's here, right? He's definitely going to be here somewhere. We just have to... Yeah, there he is. Okay. That was easy enough, wasn't it? Yeah, that was easy enough. Okay, let me actually just speak to him properly now. There we go. Now we can get it. There we are. It's exactly the same. Wow. Exactly the same amount of cash that the other one was. Actually kind of surprising. Okay, so we are going to be gaining a significant amount of loyalty here as well. I mean, literally, look at the loyalty bonus. We're getting +8. Oh, no! Okay, Kanazat is about to die. She is going to die relatively soon. We are ill now. Yeah, so basically I have kind of gotten an heir ready. It's this guy. He's only got 126 in trade. That's kind of unfortunate, but he is the youngest, or one of the youngest. She's also kind of an option too, but she has no trade skill whatsoever, so we won't be able to continue our mission. So that's obviously unfortunate. Oshia, as you can see, is looking pretty good. He has 300 in trade, which would enable him immediately to do what we need to do. So I'm thinking, let's take a look and see how old he is. He's 25. Okay, shall we do that? Shall we take over with Mr. Oshia? I think that kind of makes sense. So I think that's probably what we'll do, but it depends on how long it's actually going to take us to die. I don't know how long it will take us, so I'm kind of hopeful that we'll be able to eliminate at least the Crusade before we do anything here. Or shall we say before we die here? Don't think that's going to happen, unfortunately. I think we're probably going to have quite a bit of a problem. Yeah, not a terribly big fan of that, actually, but there you go. I mean, what can I do, right? You know, what can I do? There's not much that I can do about that, unfortunately, so we're going to have to... well, let's see what happens, but I'm thinking Oshir is going to be the way to go, because he's only 7 years older than what it would have been otherwise. He's, you know, he's not 18 anymore, but he's definitely young. And he already has 300 in trade, which would enable us, as I said, to continue what we're doing already. And we would be basically not delayed in any way whatsoever. I wouldn't have to level up trade or anything like that anymore. So that would be really, really nice. Let's actually just... I should probably call him back, shouldn't I? I should probably call him... Oh yeah, he's doing a party at the moment, isn't he? Yeah, he's currently running a caravan. Let me... stop him. Yeah, let me stop him from doing that. Disband party, there we go. Okay, that's fine. Yes, I understand that, that's okay. Alright, so we have... I should probably send one more message to the person, right? Let's try it. Maybe we'll get lucky. Maybe we'll get lucky. 17 hours. Are we going to even survive 17 hours? Maybe. Yep. Okay, we did. Amazing. Just about. We are on death's door and we're still doing business deals. Yeah, that kind of makes sense. Okay, yeah, as you can see, we would almost be able to do it. Unfortunately, not just yet. They are, just bear this in mind, they are going to be eliminated once this fief is ours. So that's going to be a pretty big deal. We are dead, though, very, very soon. And it's going to be very sad. It's going to be very sad because she did an amazing job. I got to say, I feel like she is... well, I mean, generally, I feel like whenever you get a child, whenever you get someone that is, you know, someone that has been... from the very start, having an insane amount of focus points, attribute points, and so on and so forth. And there you go. Yep, there it is. She's gone. And she died of natural causes, of course. That is generally what we tend to have. And indeed, look at the date. Do you see the date? I don't even know what is... I don't know what the starting date is, but whatever the case, as you can see, we can now select from a wide variety. A wide variety of different people. This is actually crazy. Yeah, you know, in a real situation, all these people would be like, oh yes, I'm going to be the next clan leader. I'm going to be the next clan leader. And they're all going to be like, yes. Because I have seniority. They think they all have seniority. But in actual fact, it's going to be some random guy from nowhere. This guy. Grandson, actually. Never mind. It's going to be the grandson. Yes, I think that sounds good. You will play on as Oshir. Are you sure? Yes. There we go. I don't know where he is, by the way. Oh, he's at Varchek. Okay. He's at Varchek. That's obviously not exactly great, but there you go. Alright, so Kanazat has now died. Yeah, okay. So, this is going to be interesting. I don't know how this is going to work. What do I do now, actually? What do I do? Because, yeah, he's obviously got a bunch of skills to spec. So, let me actually just see here. Trickle down. I don't even need that right now. I think we will probably just go for mana means with this. Everything has a price. Virile, of course. Oratory. And then forgivable grievances. Do we want sight limit? Doesn't really matter, to be honest. None of this actually matters. Let's do cunning, just so we can max out our scouting skill if necessary. And then what else do we want? Well, probably leadership, even though we're not going to really be doing anything with any of these things. Yeah, who else do we have available here? I don't really want to level up anyone else, to be honest. I think this guy could have been a potential, as I said, could have been a potential for us. To potentially, you know, take over and do all that wonderful stuff, but I don't think it's really necessary. I think that as we have seen. It takes quite a lot, quite a long time for our people to get to a point where they're going to actually die. So I'm kind of happy about that. That means that I can be a bit more relaxed about things, even though I was quite worried anyway. Okay, yeah, so let's have a look. How are we doing? I'm literally at one. I have one. I have one person. Yes, I have one person. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go into the garrison here, and I'm just going to take out these guys because they're all mounted. And that's what I'm going to do. Very easy, isn't it? Very, very easy to get my, get my people back on their feet. And now look at my leadership skill. Look at my leadership skill right there. It's absolutely insane. It's leveling up so incredibly fast. Okay, so what's this? Lose 2 of my troops. Yep, that's absolutely fine. I don't really mind about that. That is okay. Let's see, what else do we have here? Imperial Elite Cataphracts. Let's take some of those. We've got so many Sturgian recruits for some reason. Okay, so yeah, we have 25 million, and we have loads and loads of skills coming our way. As you can see, we have combat tips right here. Stout Defender, even though that is basically going to do pretty much nothing at all. We could go with Authority, I guess, even though that doesn't really make any difference either. And we've got one more focus point. Well, what do we want? I guess Ship Master skill is probably going to be kind of nice. I do want to go over to... I want to buy Epicrotia, actually. You know, I really... See, this is the funny thing about having so much money. I want to buy everything that we have in our vicinity here, but I feel like we should probably eliminate the Crusade, right? Shouldn't we eliminate the Crusade first? So I think that's what we'll do. We will just send a message to her, and then we will see what happens. Maybe we'll get... kind of lucky about this. Oh, we also need to get married, don't we? Yeah, we need to marry someone with this guy so we can have some children and things like that. That's going to be quite important for us. As you can see, there it is, 24 million, and boom, they are done. They are out of here. The Crusade are now completely eliminated. Very nice. And now what I want to do is I want to see... Let's see some people here. So who do we want? Well, let's have a look. We want female... I can't tell most of the time. Oh, we know a lot of people, actually. That's pretty crazy. All right. Let me have a look here. So, who do we want to potentially marry here? Who's really, really good? Probably Britannia, Vlandia. It doesn't really matter either way. Lord, Lady, alive. Met before. Oh. Haven't met any of these before, according to this. Okay, well, that's unfortunate. Not married. Okay, so none of these are married. Okay, let's have a look. Okay, so Gweth, she's 73. That's not really going to work. No, she's 39. That's also not really going to work. And 26. This will probably work out quite well. Yeah, this is perfect. This is actually pretty perfect. Let's do this. Actually, you know what? Wait, who's the leader of this clan? This guy. I need to send a message to him, actually, instead of the other one. There we go. Okay, because we're just gonna go through with this like this. You know, we're just gonna go through the clan leader rather than going through the persuasion mini game. So we'll do this for Faya. 75. No. What about? Okay. Really? Again? Are you serious? You absolute imbecile. You absolute imbecile. Okay, fine. I am literally just going to say no here then. And I am going to go through the persuasion minigame, apparently. I didn't really want to do that, but... well, needs must, I suppose, right? Needs must. So, let's do this. Hi. Hello there. Okay, so let's see. Wait. She... Wait. She didn't, She wasn't open to it? Ah, no, wait, no. No. We literally cannot. We cannot do that. Whoa. Okay, wait a minute. Maybe she's not available right now because she's got 0 gold. That's a bit weird. Maybe she's just not available to us right here. Okay, that's a bit strange. All right, well, apparently we're not going to do that. So let's have a look. Who else do we have? Well, unfortunately, we don't have anyone really. Very, very few people. Let me actually just see here. Not Britannia. Let's do maybe this. We've met quite a few people. Oh, these are all Beartildians. Yeah, well, that doesn't really help us that much. And she's 61. Okay, yeah, no, let's not do that. Okay, so let's have a look. Where are they going to be? Well, she's 41. She's 42. Wow, this is going to be hard, actually. This is going to be a pretty difficult thing to do. Surprisingly enough, who would have expected this? Well, as expected, we are leveling up our charm skill extremely fast because, well, every single time you have a very large amount of loyalty and or, well, just generally, you know, people liking you, you're going to get a lot of influence that way, and you're going to get a lot of relation, and, well, all of your caravans and things like that, they're going to generate a lot of charm. As you can see, your relation with notables has increased due to your high loyalty in the fief itself, which is really making a huge difference. And look at my charm skill. My charm skill is literally 197 already. We can go for good-natured straight away. We can even go for some other things like, well, I don't even know really what to go for here, to be honest. I think citizen militia, I suppose, is fine. But yeah. We're at 13 million right now, and I could be potentially purchasing some more stuff. I'm thinking right now that we probably want to go... Wow, yeah, there's a lot of things being destroyed right now. We probably want to go over here, buy this. If we can. Lazvak. Hello, Lazvak. Okay, highly unlikely he's going to say yes to 14 million. But I'm going to try it nevertheless, because you never know. No, he's... Oh, actually, you know what? He would be open to it. I think we just need another 2 million or so, maybe. I think that would probably make sense. So let's just wait a little bit longer, and then we'll have a pretty high chance of him saying yeah. What I do need to do, though, I think for me personally, is probably go in and attack, or should we say, try to persuade some of the Western Empire to part with their stuff. I think that the next... I don't know, I feel like we should probably go for the Sturgians and the Nords, to be honest, but I think that right now, the Vlandians and the Empire are looking a little bit more dangerous. I think they're looking a little bit, yeah, kind of a bit dangerous for us if we were to leave them alone. And I kind of want to make sure that we don't have any kind of problem if we do create our own faction, which I would like to do, to be honest. I think that would be kind of fun. But I don't really want to have war declarations, you see, because war declarations would then indeed include people attacking us, taking our fiefs, and we would be unable to attack them back. So that obviously would be a bit of a problem. So not sure how that would really work. I think we could probably make do with it, but... Well, we'll see what happens. Let's just go with this. There we go. Yeah, 16 million, like I thought. Okay, that's great. We've just gotten this. Let's just... Wait. Let's just do that. There we go. And let's just do this. Do festivals and games. Basically lose them no loyalty whatsoever. And indeed, we can go... They do only have... Oh, no, they have... No, never mind. I thought they had a lot less than they actually do. But this should be okay. Oshir is gaining so much experience. Literally, we can get Parade now as well. Parade obviously being extremely useful. Tactics is not really going to do much for me right here. I guess I could go for some more cunning skill or what have you. I would like to actually purchase a wide variety of food if at all possible. That would be kind of fun. So let's do that. Buy this. Do I have any grain on me? Yeah, I have quite a few grain. So let's just go with this. Nice. Okay, that's great. And who owns this, by the way? We need to actually see whether we know him. We do. He is a Khuzait vassal as well. He's highly unlikely not going to give us this for 4.6 million, but I'm going to check nevertheless because we can kind of estimate how much he's going to need. Yeah, he's going to need at least, I don't know, probably 20 million or something like that, I guess. I don't know. He's the king now as well, I believe. Yeah, this is a 10,000 prosperity fief, so kind of makes sense that he'd need quite a lot. This is a 4,000 prosperity fief, so I'm thinking this is probably going to be really easy for us. Also, did you just see how much charm skill we just gained? We gained, oh no, actually, 65 points in Steward. In Steward. That is crazy. Okay, yeah, I love that. Give me that every day of the week. And yeah, we can literally just wait here. I'm just going to wait here until we have probably like 25 million or something like that. And then we'll go for it. Okay, so it's time to speak to Akadan here. I do have quite a lot of cash. Oh, 9 million for a 5,000 prosperity fief. Okay, kind of interesting. All right, I was basically just about to leave here. Yeah, as you can see, the loyalty is absolutely fine here. Unfortunately, the food is not doing so well, but that's okay. We don't really have to worry about that. As you can see, I did wait for quite a bit longer than I said I was going to, because I just thought, hey, you know what? It's probably going to be a nice idea for us to just go for it, like, hardcore. And Arthur Bort still owns Turvey Castle. Very annoying. Oh, and he also owns Ostergan. Oh, dearie me. Okay, where is he? There he is. Okay, he actually just arrived. That's quite funny. All right, let's have a look at him. Where is he? Hello there, you absolute imbecile. It's quite funny that he is indeed bald, considering he's literally called that. That is quite amusing. Okay, so let's see what we can do. Oh, look at that. We can get both of them for 24 million. I will say yes. Thank you very much. And we will then just have a look-see about what's going on here. Let's get festivals and games up and running as fast as possible. And there we have it. Okay, now these are my stats. These are what my stats are looking like right here. We are actually getting significant experience. There are so many people that have leveled up as well. I am overwhelmed by the amount of stuff that I would need to do, so I am going to leave it. I'm not going to do that on screen because it is going to take a long time for me to do that. Yes, that's the reason why I really like allocating perks, obviously, in normal playthroughs, but well, in this playthrough, it's kind of necessary to do a little bit of micromanagement when it comes to your companions and your family members, obviously, as well. Anyway, this is literally, I believe, the final fief. Praven is the final... Oh, no, that castle is actually the final fief. All right, so let's have a look. How is it going to be? Who's it going to be? Who's the final person? This fellow. All right, he's the ruler of the Vlandians. Okay, so we know that he wants about 20 million, I think. So let's wait here for a bit of time and hope that we're going to get that in short order. As you can see, we're making about 600,000 every single day. I am actually just going to cut off the little bit of cash that we're having to spend here. I'm just going to do that to all of them, 2,000 each. I'm kind of erring a bit more on the side of caution in regards to the garrisons now. Alright, so we can get another companion here if we want to. I think I will probably do that. Let's get Immortal Charm as well. This is what's currently going on with our influence, by the way. The only way that I'm generating influence right now is through courthouses. Yeah, that's pretty crazy, right? Yeah, 32 influence just from that. And we're also going to be getting, well, we could probably get Trade Network and things like that too. But yeah, anyway, we'll just go for that. Go for some tactics. We now have enough, potentially, to be able to buy this. I have 23 million. Hopefully that's going to be okay. I think he's probably going to want 22 million. I'm assuming he'll want 22 million at least. Let's have a look. Here we go. Yeah, no, he wants all of it. He wants 23.5 million. Wow, that's actually kind of hilarious that he wants exactly that. That is quite funny. Okay, there you go. Nice and easy, right? Nice and easy. So we got our hands on Praven, and the Vlandians are basically done. They are 100% eliminated here, because only Usank Castle remains. And that should be relatively easy for us. We shouldn't have to worry about that at all. But yeah, you could see here, I was literally bankrupt. Oh, Chaikand. Chaikand has actually rebelled once again, and rebels have taken over. This is going to be really interesting, actually, because I have no idea what's going to happen with that. Are the Khuzait going to be revived? Well, that's the question, isn't it? Yes, I think that is the question. That's actually not even that big of a deal, to be honest. I don't think that's really going to make any difference whatsoever, to be fair. I think we are going to be extremely, extremely fine here, and it's all that's going to happen, right? All that's going to happen is they're going to make a big fuss at the moment. They're going to make a big fuss. They're going to make a big hullabaloo about things, and then we are just going to, you know, crush them. We're going to crush them with the weight of our wallet. And that's what's going to happen. And here it is, the last fief for the Vlandians, and boom, there they go. There they go. They have now been eliminated as well. Very, very nice. They have just absolutely gotten destroyed. And we have 9 million remaining. Yeah, look at that. Chaikand obviously still having a bit of a problem, but, you know, as I said to you before, that is really not a big deal at all. We have so much control right now that even if they were to, you know, try to attack us, try to, you know, do anything, it is not possible for them to do much at all. So we don't really have to worry about it too much. And indeed, here we go. Okay, I'm just going to do half of this, I guess. Yeah, do half of that. And we'll just leave it at that. Maranath is going to be our next target, I believe. That's going to be our next target. And what I'm going to do now, I think, is I'm going to go... Yeah, no, I think Britannia is probably the best course of action, right? Yeah. We own a lot of their castles already, so I don't think we really need to worry too much about this, but the problem remains. If I decide to just go for the rest of Britannia here, that's probably not going to work out too well. Because then we're basically just going to be left with these guys, so I'm not sure whether that's a good idea. I could potentially... Yeah, I mean, we could. I don't know. I could potentially just go, yeah, you know what? I'm going to instead just target down the Western Empire, for example. But the Britannians are on their last legs, or at least kind of on their last legs. Not really that dramatically, so it may be a bit problematic. This guy's 94. How come my characters don't survive until 94? I guess it's because we don't have that much medicine skill. That might be the reason. Not sure. Let's see how much he's actually going to want for this. He's going to want a huge amount. Yeah, as you can see, he's going to want at least, what, 25 million? I'm thinking maybe 25 million, something like that. Ah, there it is. They've made peace with us now, as you can see. So all that's going to happen now is they're probably, yep, as you can tell, they've joined the West. Oh my god. That is so funny. They've joined the Western Empire. Okay, yeah, so this is exactly what I was talking about previously with the other... You know, the other fiefs that we had rebellions at, they do tend to join current factions, which is perfectly fine. I don't really have a problem with that whatsoever. So what we're going to do is we're going to switch from... oh dear. Okay, I was kind of hoping that we'd be able to get Ortisia. I have 32 million right now, so that's the reason why I was like, yes, let's switch. Let's go for someone else. Go for a different fief. Because Maranath at the moment isn't really that desirable at this point. I'd like to try to weaken the Western Empire a little bit more, because otherwise they are going to be having some problems. Ah, here we go. Whoa, we can get this for so cheap. Okay, I literally only have to spend 20 million, and I can get a castle and Jalmaris itself. So I'm going to say yes to this, thank you very much, every single day of the week, and we have got 12 million remaining. I would like to go for Amatatis next, I think. That's probably going to be the way to go. Let's just take a quick look at this, though, real fast, and make sure that this is not going to be draining our wallet massively. Let's do that. I'd like to get Epicrotia as well, though. See, this is what's annoying. It's very, very difficult to choose what you want. But the thing is, I need to make sure that we are... Oh, that's actually quite nice. That's not too bad. Okay, yeah, actually, yeah, we're going to do this. Pretty good, pretty good. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to call... Staying at Chikand. Okay, yeah, that's hilarious. Staying at Chikand. She's actually from the Rebel faction. That is so funny. Alright, yeah, so we can get this guy as well, and we can basically just move them both to me, and then they can start procreating and doing all that wonderful stuff. And yeah, that's obviously going to help us out in the long run too. So the question is, am I going to be able to... Yeah, I don't know. I think what we're going to have to do here is we might have to... I don't know whether I can go... I can't really go over there, can I? Because if I go over there... I don't think I can see the guy. No, I can't see the guy yet, unfortunately. I need to actually encounter him. And I obviously haven't done that yet. As you can see, there you go. She's already pregnant. That is... They got to work very fast, didn't they? Yes, they did. Okay, so Amatatis. Let's actually just take a quick look at this. What? A minor faction? Wait a minute. A minor faction owns this? Are you serious? I've never seen that happen ever before. I have never seen that happen. I did not know that minor factions could actually do that. As you can see, we don't even have information on this guy. That's pretty crazy. All right, this is very cool. All right, let's see what's going to happen with this. Can I? Okay, let me just there we go. Information about this town. Thank you. I'm very surprised that a minor faction has major control over one of these. This is very interesting. Hey, look, he's a mercenary. He's literally a mercenary. How does he own a how does he own a thief? How does he own a thief? Right. Players can't do that as a mercenary. That's crazy. Look. What? He doesn't even have the thief, technically. What? It says he doesn't own the thief. Is governed by... I mean, you can see it's governed by, but what am I supposed to do? How do I get this? Because as far as I can tell, that is not going to work now. I don't think that's going to work. Oh, that's going to be interesting. Okay, that's going to be very interesting. It may very well be that that is a bug or something, because clearly that is not supposed to be happening, in my opinion. I don't think that's supposed to be happening. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think so. So this is bad. This is actually a really, really bad idea. I guess we'll... I don't know. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do to counter a bug like that. And what is this? Why can I not speak to this tavern keeper? Okay, there we go. Okay, now we can. Let's actually see what we can do about this. Who's this guy? He's 32. I might want to get him, actually. Might want to get him, but let's actually just send this first of all. And yes, there we go. Nice. Okay, let's have a look. Yeah, rotate. There we go. And oh no, he's literally not. I think we're going to need 25 million for this. We're going to need about 25 million, maybe a little bit more than that. It is a yeah. It is a very, very prosperous town, so it kind of makes sense. Did we actually lose someone just now? One of your parties has lost its leader. I have no idea who that was. It doesn't say. So I guess we'll just make do, you know? I guess we'll just make do with whatever is going on. But yeah, Amitatis does look to be impossible for us to get because his, well, his barter menu doesn't have it available. So I guess we're just going to have to, you know, deal with it. All right, yeah, it does seem as though we are going to have to spend 25 million here. That's fine. That's all right. That's okay. We've got 7 million remaining. That's all good. And now we only have these remaining. I'm kind of happy with what we've done so far with the Western Empire. I think what we're going to do now is we're going to slow down a little bit in regards to attacking them, and we're going to do a little bit more to weaken the Northern Empire, because generally, I'm actually not entirely sure. Are they at war against each other? Are they actually at war against each other? Because as far as I can tell, I don't think that's the case. I think they're at war against Britannia. The Western Empire is at war against Britannia. Okay, well that's good. But what about the Northern Empire? Who are they at war against? Are they at war against anyone? They're at war against the minor factions. That's basically it. Okay. Well, that doesn't really help. Okay, so we're now going to do a little bit of something with Mr. Destor here. I'm going to see if I can get my hands on Diathma. Yes, we can. As you can see, I have 44 million now. I've been waiting for quite some time off screen, and I've been taking a look at some of the other fiefs in question too, because the main reason why I obviously want to take Diathma is because I want to try to disrupt trade flow. That's obviously, you know, pretty big reason. Obviously, it doesn't really, to be honest, it doesn't really matter at this point. I feel like we are probably going to be okay no matter what happens, but I obviously want to try to be as efficient as possible if we can. Unfortunately, it does seem as though this guy is going to be a little bit elusive. He might be inside, actually. Wait a minute. No, he's not. Of course he isn't. Oh, well, never mind. Okay. Anyway, so we're going to just take a quick look. So here we go. We have 3 towns, 3 castles, in fact. 3 castles for the Northern Empire. The Western Empire has 3 towns and 1 castle. And the Britannians have 3 towns. Wait a minute, Lagater? I think Lagater has changed hands. Yes, Lagater has actually changed hands. Okay, that's interesting. All right, let's actually see if we can get our hands on that. I was actually thinking of attacking the Northern Empire, but because Lagater's changed hands, we might be able to get it for a cheaper price. So I'm thinking, yes, we'll go ahead and do that. Obviously, here's the thing. We've got to kind of change our strategy on the fly most of the time because we really don't want to be in a situation where we don't take advantage of something that has just happened. Especially this. Like, I might be able to get this, as you can see, only 11 million. Very, very cheap for us to get this. And look at that. I got that for a very, very cheap price this time. And if you recall, in a previous episode, we actually spent, I think, quite a lot. I think we spent, well, we were gonna spend at least 16 million on this, I think. Or at the very least, I think the guy was just not very, he was not very open to trading. Let's just say that. Okay, so Ortisia is going to be our final thing that we go for here. I was actually wanting to get that. Yes, unfortunately, we don't know who this is. So I'm going to go over there. Yeah, we do have Diathma now, which is obviously nice. And I thought I actually owned Diathma beforehand. No, I think that was just Argeron. Yeah, I think that was just Argeron. Okay, yeah, so no, we haven't actually lost it or anything like that. I was kind of a bit worried about that. Okay, so now we got this happening. That's not going to happen, thank you. And let's just see whether he's in the keep. He is, of course, not in the keep. So we'll see what we can do here. We'll go and take a look at the tavern keeper. Hello there, sir. I'm looking for information. Yes, I'm looking for many, many pieces of information about that guy. And let's see where he is. Okay, we can send him a message. Unlikely he's going to sell this to us. Hackbard is dead. No, we've lost another companion. Oh dear. That's really, really bad. Okay, as I said, I will have to do something about that. Oh, he's actually willing to trade it to us. I'm very surprised. Okay, let's do it. Wow, that actually worked out a lot better than anticipated. Absolutely fantastic. I think we've already done basically everything we need to do here. Yeah, so Lagata, I should probably go over there real fast because I think the loyalty situation, yeah, loyalty is currently having a problem. Karanila has died of old age. Oh no. Oh, really? I'm actually really surprised about that too. What's going on? Okay, which one? Which one is it? We've got two. Okay, it's obviously not this one. It's this one. Whoa, she died at 67. Wow, okay, that's pretty harsh. Yeah, that is pretty harsh. Okay, well, whatever the case. Let me see what I can do here. What can we do? Yeah, we need to do this. It's already tier 3. Okay, that's fantastic. So I could literally just stay here for a little bit and maximize our loyalty gains. Parade is obviously going to come in mighty handy there. But yeah, we now just need to do a little bit of waiting once again. And just going to put that on 2000. There we go. Okay, fantastic. Now we should be completely fine. This should be absolutely great. And all we need to do now is once more just kind of refocus our efforts and go after someone else. We need to go after another faction, because here's the thing. What I'm trying to do right now is I'm trying to level the playing field, so to speak. So I'm trying to make it so that each individual faction that we have here up against us is equally as weak. That's what I'm trying to do, if at all possible. That's the overall strategy I'm trying to go for here, because if we can make them equally as weak, it's going to be super nice and easy for us to buy their fiefs. And indeed, if we want to, we could even create our own faction. Not sure if that's really going to be that important for us at this point. But yeah, I do want to take Lycaron or Saniopa. I'm not sure if we can even do that. I mean, at the moment, we're not going to be able to with the amount of money I have right now. Highly, highly unlikely. But I am going to send a messenger to... Oh, never mind. He just got himself released, I think. I think he just got himself released from prison or something like that. So yeah, unfortunately, we won't be able to do anything with this guy. But that's how it goes. The game just changes on a dime, and we have to change with it, obviously. Yeah. All right. So yeah, I think we're probably just going to go for Saniopa. There it is. Oh, of course nope, we can't do that. Okay, let's go for Lycaron then. Nope, can't do that either. Okay, well that's great, isn't it? That's fantastic. Maybe Epicrotia is the way to go then. Maybe we should just do that. If we know the person for Epicrotia, then we'll do it. Yeah, we do. Of course, it's that guy. Okay, yeah, that's okay. That's okay, but it's highly unlikely we're going to be able to afford this. I think we probably can't, right? I think we've already kind of tried this, haven't we? Yeah, as you can see. Now, he's going to require at least 25 million. I think he'll require 25 million at least. This guy is probably going to be available now. Oh, no, he's still not available. He's traveling incognito, and the messenger won't be able to reach him. Okay, well, that's unfortunate. Here we go. All right, so we can literally just go and speak to this fellow, get Hatogia Castle, and that's going to be the final fief that we can actually take legitimately with the game as it is, because obviously I would have to besiege this if I wanted to take it now, because I can't speak to the guy that allows us to buy it. He doesn't technically have that in his... I mean, I'm going to send a message to him anyway, just to double check, okay? We're just going to double check because I want to make sure that that is actually working. Or at the very least, I want to see and make sure that my eyes weren't deceiving me, because that's obviously a bit of a problem then. Okay, hello. Yeah, no. As you can see, he is not in possession of any fiefs. He has no fiefs available. So this is very, very weird. And the only thing that I could potentially do is just besiege it normally. Otherwise, they're just going to be continuing to do whatever they want to do. And that's kind of unfortunate, because otherwise, well, as it stands, I'm not actually going to be able to do what we need to do. I'm not going to be able to conquer the entire map like this, unfortunately. So I guess we could just call that a... bug, and just... there you go. I mean, I can't really, as I say, I can't really do much about that. I would love to be able to capture it, and I think I would probably be able to, because I don't think it has particularly good prosperity. I'm actually not entirely sure. I didn't even check. But, yeah, obviously, a bit of a problem, isn't it? Yeah, a bit of a problem, especially considering, I mean, it's a minor faction. I have no idea how a minor faction is able to hold that. But there you go. Yeah, so very interesting. I guess the one thing we could do is just say, you know, just go and just say, in general, just be like, yeah, actually, we have conquered the map. It's just, this fief is, well, it's just gameplay-wise impossible for us to take. Which, I gotta say, I'm kind of saddened by it, to be honest, because it would have been really, really cool, but, well, never mind. Maybe we'll see something happen at some point in the future. Maybe there will be a bit of a change. Maybe something will happen, and maybe, you know, the owner will change or something like that. Now we can send a message to this guy. 5,000, yes, this is going to be definitely easy enough for us to purchase. This is going to be very, very nice here. So let's see if we can do that. Seniopa, yep, nice, 10 million, very good, very good. Okay, so I think I've kind of worked out a little bit of the calculation required to purchase towns. It looks as though it's about double the prosperity level. So, for example, if Saniopa, for example, as you see here, has 5,300, then it's probably going to be about 10,600,000. That's usually the kind of approximately, you know, sort of the calculation that I've seen number of times now. So that's definitely something to take into account. So generally, if you are also doing something similar to me, then that's definitely going to help you, and you can probably make good decisions based on that. So you don't really have to guess anymore. You can basically be like, oh yes, I know the calculation now. It's just double that, and then 1,000,000, and you know, so on and so forth. You know, so it's a lot easier in that situation. So shouldn't really have to worry about that too much. And yeah, we can probably get Lycaron as well, don't you think? I think we can probably get Lycaron. What is the... oh, I didn't actually see the prosperity of Lycaron. We can probably estimate that as well. The prosperity is... okay. The prosperity is literally only 1,600. Okay, so technically, according to this, according to my calculation, if it's correct, the theory behind it, at least, I'm going to be spending about 3 million. I'm going to say probably 4 million at this point. It's probably 4 million. Let's see. Let's see what he's going to say. Yeah, it's actually 4 million. 4.78, actually. So a little bit more on the upper end here. But that is perfectly fine. Very nice. But yeah, so there you go. It kind of is around that. It's kind of, as I say, approximately around that number. So yeah, anytime you see a town with low prosperity, you're probably going to be in with a really, really nice shot at being able to afford it. If you have a couple of million spare, But yeah, obviously, it is going to require you to have 300 in trade beforehand, and we know how to level that up really, really easily now as well, which is also great. And let's actually just see what's going on here. Vaton is here. I'm not sure. Let's see if we can speak to him. No, he's not actually in here. Is he running around outside? He is not. Okay, this might be a bit of a problem. Oh, there's Vaton. No, there he is. There he is. I actually found him. Okay, great. Let's get him. Let's get our hands on him. Let's slap him around with our wallet. Hello there, sir. Okay, so you better give me... Oh, he's got both. Okay, that's actually hilarious. Yes, I will take that. Thank you very much. That's wonderful. That is really, really nice. We're going to do nothing there. Yeah, we just got all these. Okay, that's absolutely fine. All right, so we have basically now eliminated every single fief that the Northern Empire has, apart from Epicrotia. Oh, and Utherlame Castle, actually. Utherlame Castle needs to be captured as well. If you recall, we actually had ownership of Utherlame Castle earlier in the series, and I think we built it up quite dramatically. So that's the reason. Yep, that's the reason why we're now spending 3.4 or 3.5 million actually on it. Yeah, quite expensive, unfortunately, but there you go. You know, it's just how it goes. And indeed, I am going to now wait at Epicrotia, and we'll actually eliminate the Northern Empire because we can. You know, we have the opportunity to do so in comparison to the Western Empire, who obviously still has Amitatis, but also has Chaikand. But now that we have eliminated most of their fiefs, they really don't have that much that they can do to us. So that's obviously going to be a really, really nice thing eventually. Well, expiring. Okay, so it is now time for us to send a messenger to, well, one of these vassals. As you can see, they're literally just, you know, being quite funny here. And what we're going to do is we're going to buy their last fief. And we're going to see if we can do this. Here we go, here we go. Boom. Oh, wait a minute. It's actually much cheaper. All right, okay. I'm kind of surprised about this. There you go, the Northern Empire has now been destroyed as well, and we now have... Well, I'm actually kind of wondering that something is going to happen here. I'm kind of hoping that maybe they're going to... maybe they're going to quit, you know? Maybe they're going to quit the Western Empire or something like that, but if it is a bug, then we're not really going to be able to do much about that. That's just going to have to be how it's going to have to be, but... we'll see what happens. I don't know, maybe we're going to... have something happen here where it's actually going to change from the Legion of the Betrayed. This technically shouldn't happen. Oh, we're getting a war declaration. That's okay. The clan is only going to survive for a little bit of extra time, so we don't really have to worry too much. But yeah. Yeah, we got marriage proposals. 60... Oh, that's actually quite interesting. Okay, yeah, I guess we'll do that. Why not? They're both 65 and 64 or something like that. We might as well, because Rut War is... well, I think it's kind of nice to actually do that, because that means that we actually steal one of their... Yours is not... we steal one of their ladies, which I think is actually kind of useful, at least at the moment. Okay, so let's actually see whether we can get Chaikand. Yeah, we might be able to... Wait a minute, why is it... Oh... Does this not actually show? Yeah, it doesn't show the entire amount. That's interesting. Okay, I think we're going to need 25 million. Let's take a look at the prosperity here. It's 11,000, so technically it would be 22 million if my calculation or theory is correct, which is obviously not the case. I think it is a little bit higher, and I think it depends on a variety of things. Obviously, depends on... Maybe depends on the garrison size, or depends on something else. We're losing quite a few of our family members now as well, as you can see right there. Wisan has now died as well from old age, which is okay. We're fine. We're fine. We have a lot of people in our family at the moment. We have a pretty massive family, actually. Quite surprising, actually, that we have such a large one, but there you go. We've done a very, very good job of procreating as much as possible. And if you take a look here, if we look at the Beartailed clan... yeah, look at this. Yeah, actually not too bad. I mean, we've actually, wait a minute, we've lost quite a few people, haven't we? We've lost quite a few people. This might be a bit problematic, but no, I think we're going to be okay. Yeah, I think we're going to be fine. I mean, generally, as long as we have some children and some younger people, even if Oshir dies, which is kind of a well, he's 40. He's 40 right now. He was 25 when we took over, and now he's 40. So it's been 15 in-game years, which is quite crazy. But yeah, you can see his skills are absolutely insane, by the way. He has amazing scouting, charm, leadership, trade, and steward. And I'm actually kind of blown away by that, because the amount of time it takes a normal character, you know, a character starting all the way from 0 to get these skills to such a high level, it takes so long. But when you have a child, and the child has such a significant advantage, as in you basically have every single thing already laid out for you. You have your workshops, which level up your trade skill. You have high loyalty in all these different towns, so that's going to level up your charm skill. You have the ability to purchase, obviously, huge amounts of food and various, varieties of food. Obviously, that's going to make a big difference too. And that makes all three of those skills level up really quickly. And then obviously you have scouting skill too, which obviously scouting skill that's very easy to level up. So yeah, we're going to be giving him 25 million. So yeah, 25 million right there for Chaikand. And yeah, so not sure how this is really going to go now, because, well, I mean, it's pretty obvious, right? It's pretty obvious. So not sure how we're going to do about this. What are we going to do about this? Yeah, we'll just do this, I guess. And we'll just increase the notables relation with everyone. That's going to be quite nice. Increase prosperity a little bit as well. We have a marriage offer. Yes. See, now this is this is not what we want. We want someone that's actually capable of having children here. That would be kind of nice, but yeah, that's a little bit unfortunate. Okay, so we did get Chaikan back, which is nice. And I'm thinking I'm probably going to stick around here for a little bit of time, just purely because I want to make sure that this does not get taken again. I mean, it's kind of surprising, really, because we have a load of vassals around here that are fighting bandits and things like that, so I'm not entirely sure why they're running out of food. Did I just purchase all their food, by the way? I might have. That might have made sense. That might have that might have been the reason. Anyway, we're making 700,000. Are we? Yeah. We're making 700,000. Okay, for some reason my brain just went fuzzle when I was reading the numbers there, but there you go. Alright, so yeah, we are actually getting 700,000 every single day, which is extremely good, of course. And the question is, what are we going to do now? Well, Amitatis, as you can see, is not up for grabs. Everything else is completely fine, and I think we're probably going to do something about the Nords. I think we're going to go ahead and target the Nords now. We don't really need to worry too much about Chaikand turning that soon, because as you can see, if we actually look back at it right now, it's losing... Oh, actually, maybe we do. No, it's got food back. It's getting food back, but maybe we do need to worry about it a little bit. Huh. Let's actually... No, we don't want this. We're going to lose our clan member otherwise. Okay, I am apparently just going to stay here for a little bit of time, and we're going to have to see... Okay, Balgard is going to be the easiest for us to get. So we're going to have to do that. Unfortunately, she is not available for us to speak to. What about this one? Ah, she's available. Okay, so we'll speak to her. It's highly unlikely I'm going to be able to afford anything here, but we might be able to get, or maybe snag a castle or something like that. Aye. That might be quite nice, don't you think? I think that might be quite nice. Let's have a look. No. She does not have a castle. Okay, yeah, she doesn't have a castle, so that's obviously not going to work. Who has the castle? Who has this castle right here? Okay, this guy, I don't know him, so I won't be able to send him anything. Takor Castle, I don't know him either. I obviously have not been interacting with any of the Nords, so that's making a big difference to our ability to do this kind of thing. I'd like to send a message to that guy. Try to get that castle out of the way. Yeah, this is also not available for us, because I can't speak to the guy. So we'll just get the castle while we can. What else do we have up here? Brunmark Castle. That's obviously, again, no one we can speak to. We can speak to her, but unfortunately, I think that's probably going to be impossible, because that is probably one of their main fiefs. So it's going to be almost impossible. This thing, we might be able to get this. Okay, let's see if we can get this. Because he's a Sturgian, it might very well be that it has a low loyalty. I highly doubt it, though. As you can see, there's no... It doesn't say, you know, settlements rebelling or anything like that. So it's probably... Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Why does it say he only has of castle? Oh wait, it's because I sent him. I sent a different guy a messenger, didn't I? Oh yeah, okay, I already did that. That's obviously fine. We don't have to worry about that too much because I highly doubt this guy's going to be allowing us to buy this anyway. Let's have a look. Let's see. Yeah, maybe 11 million. Maybe 11 million. Okay, that's going to be fine. We'll do it. Alright, so we can now indeed buy his town for 12 million. Really, really nice and simple for us to do that. And we now have it. So that's great. And now I think we just need to buy... Oh, no, we don't need to buy anything over here. Oh, okay. I was actually thinking we needed to buy one more castle over there, but we don't. There is one over here, of course, but we don't currently have the information on who that guy is. I'm now leaving Chaikan, by the way, so we might have a bit of a problem with the loyalty there. I hope that we don't. You can see that we're losing 2 loyalty because there is a loyalty drift at the moment of 5. And I think that's because the loyalty is so high that it's trying to, you know, shall we say, normalize a little bit. And that's indeed making a difference. So I'm thinking that if we just leave it, then festivals and games, the, you know, default nice little thing that works for us, will be perfectly fine. And we don't have to worry about it too much. So let's see if we can get our hands on Balgard as well. Obviously, this is currently got only 3.6k in terms of prosperity. All I need to do probably is wait until we have about 8 million. And then I should maybe be able to afford it. I'm thinking it's probably safer if we go for about 10 million because this is a town, and I think more than likely they're going to be, well, they're going to be kind of a bit stingy about it. They're going to want to, you know, drain us for as much as they possibly can. So let's see if we can maybe have a good time there. I don't know. Maybe we will. Maybe we won't. Let's see. I'm just going to go for. I'm just going to wait one more day. Yeah, there we go. Okay, that should be enough. Technically, that should be enough if our theory is correct. Pretend you saw nothing. Increase reputation for being generous. I think that's going to be... Well, I don't think it really matters too much, really, at this point. But, yeah. Anyway, let's get this. Yep. As you can see, 9 million. That's pretty good. Yeah, not too bad, not too bad. And we can now get a Belgard. Yes, very nice. Let's see what we can do here. Okay, so the loyalty situation is obviously having a bit of a problem. So I am literally just going to cancel all the constructions and just allow our, you know, parade and wonderful things to do its job. And then we're just going to deselect all of these things. Thank you very much. And we're just going to let everything happen. Because the funny thing is, it does actually make a huge difference if you just get these towns under your command. It actually takes a little bit of time for their money to start ramping up. Because you can see here, I was actually making over 700,000 every single day, but now we started making 670,000. So it went down by about 60,000, maybe 70,000 because of the various things that the towns bring to us, I assume, at least. I assume. I obviously don't know about that 100%, but I'm thinking that the garrisons are indeed making a pretty big difference to how much we're spending here. But I'm not sure if it would be 60,000 as much. Probably not, right? Probably not. Anyway, Takor Castle, I'd love to buy that. I would actually love to buy that if at all possible. Let's actually go over there real quick. And let's see if we can... Who's this? I don't know who that is. Is he here? Oh, he's here. Nice. Okay, we actually get to speak to him immediately. That's wonderful. Okay, so we could literally just go ahead and buy that. 3 million. Really, really nice and easy. And then we can just go over to Varnovopol and Sibir. We might be able to eliminate... Actually, wait a minute. Are we going to be able to eliminate the Sturgians here? We might be able to. That would be pretty crazy if we could manage that. Just gotta go over to Sibir as well. Wait, do they own something else up here? No, it doesn't seem like it. This guy is unknown to us at the moment. Maybe he's in here. He might be... Oh, there's 9 pages. Wow, okay, that's kind of crazy. Not sure why they have so many people in here, but okay. Is he actually here? No, of course he isn't. That is hilarious. 9 pages of vassals, and yet there's not one person that we want to actually speak to. That's quite funny. Okay, there we go. Really nice tip, by the way. Thank you very much for letting me know about the tavern thing, because I've obviously never really needed to do this in the past, because I'll just besiege it, you know? I'll just besiege that thing and have done with it. That's kind of the whole point, you know, for the usual gameplay. Anyway, yeah, let's send him a messenger. He's 35. Okay, interesting. Okay.
Hey?
Hello there, sir. I'm thinking I probably don't have enough to be able to buy this, actually. Oh, I do, but with Balgard only. Okay, yeah, so you can see here, yeah, I have enough easily to be able to purchase Sibir, and we also have enough to be able to purchase Varnovopol, I think. If we just wait... Yeah, I easily have enough. Yeah, so I have enough to buy both of these. That means the Sturgians will be eliminated. And then we just have the tough time of dealing with... Well, obviously the Botanians are still there. We don't really need to worry about the Botanians, though, I don't think. I think they're going to be quite simple for us to deal with. The Nords are going to be, I think, the most problematic, which is quite funny, considering. Okay, so Varnovopol is now ours for 12 million, like we thought, obviously. It's about 5,000 prosperity, I believe, isn't it? Yes, it's about 5,000 prosperity. So it seems as though there is about a 20%, I think there's probably like a 20% bump when it comes to actually purchasing something through the barter screen. That probably is to do with the price penalty, barter penalty thing, you know, the percentage that we, it's probably just like tax. It's basically tax, pretty much, at this point. I think that's probably what we are dealing with when it comes to the purchase of things. So generally there's a 20% increase on every single time we purchase something from someone. So if it's going to be 10 million, which it probably would have been around, you know, 9.5, maybe 10 million here, then it's going to bump that to bump that to an additional 2 million. So that would be, you know, 12 million. So I think that's generally what we can expect going forward. And that actually increases our ability to estimate, and basically allows us to more adequately be prepared for when we're actually speaking to someone. So so instead of us just going like, oh yeah, let's just speak to him and randomly look around and see what's going on. Radan has died. Radan has died of old age. Why has he died of old age? What? There he is. He's 72. Wow. Okay. Yeah. A lot of our brothers and sisters and things like that are going to be dying now, which is kind of unfortunate. And this is our father, actually. Radan was our father, or shall we say Oshia's father. So, yeah, very, very sad, actually, to see that. So, yeah, we're going to need, at Sibir, we're actually going to only need about 10 million, I think. So we should be completely fine to actually just go ahead and speak to this guy straight away. That should be really, really easy for us. Hello there, sir. Okay, so let's have a look. Yeah, should be fine. Yeah, 8 million. Yep, there you go. Nice. And the Sturgians are now done. They have now been eliminated. And let me actually just see here. Okay, so we already have the ability to speak to this person, but we cannot speak to this one over here. So I will need to go over. I will literally need to go and travel over there, which is obviously fine because that does provide us with an opportunity to earn a little bit of extra money because, of course, it is all to do with rents and so on and so forth and taxes. And yeah, we're getting that from these people. And Hagard, I believe... Let's have a look at the prosperity. Can I can't see it from this distance, unfortunately. We're going to have to go a little bit closer. Oh, yeah, it's going to be requiring at least, what, 24 million, I think? Probably 24 million, probably somewhere around that number. Going to be kind of harsh. But we'll eventually get it, I suppose. And indeed, Throndalag, let's take a look at this. It has 10,000. No. Okay, that's terrible. That's really bad for us. So we're going to need 22 to 25 million for both of these. Brunmark Castle, on the other hand, is really, really cheap. Unfortunately, I don't know where this guy is. Is he here? Yes, he is. Okay, nice. We can literally just speak to him straight up. This is going to be easy enough. Boom. Whoa, 5 million. I'm actually surprised that this is so expensive. Because it's only 1,800 prosperity. But I guess I guess that is quite a lot for a castle, actually. If you think about it. That is actually quite a significant amount. Anyway, I am now going to wait for some time. And we'll try to get a lot of cash. We'll try to get a lot of cash from our taxes. And then we'll see what we can do. after that. Alright, so it's time for us to actually get one of these towns. It's going to cost me 24... Yeah, as expected. Look at that. Basically around 25 million there. 22 to 25 million seems to be around the amount for a town that has about 10,000 prosperity, dependent on the person you're speaking to. I'm not sure if that really makes any difference, to be honest, but... well, there you go. Anyway, I am now going to make my way over to Aggleting. It's easily going to be a nice idea for us to try and, well, obviously I can't speak to this guy. Okay, that's really nice. But yeah, what I was actually going to say is I'd like to purchase this too. But I think considering this castle is more than likely going to be about, well, I'm going to say it's going to be about 5 million. I think about 5 million is how much it's going to be. Because we've actually done, yep, as you can see right there, look at that, 5.2 million, exactly what I thought, and it's because we've done it. We've done some prosperity, improvement at this particular castle. In the past, we've actually done that, and that has made a huge difference to its overall value. So whenever doing any kind of bartering, we are now going to have, well, we're going to have issues with that, unfortunately. That's just how it goes. Let's actually just reduce some of our wages here at some of these places. Yeah, something like that. Hargard is obviously okay. Basically, castles. Basically, what I'm going to do right now is every single time I have a castle, I'm reducing the garrison's wage to 1,000. I should probably have increased that across the board, but I have so many castles right now, I'm not going to go through all of them. But yeah, otherwise, we then have the towns, and the towns need to have at least, I would say at least 2,000, but obviously I don't really want to put it on, if I can help it, I don't really want to put it on unlimited. Because if I put it on unlimited, they're going to recruit until they have full garrisons. Generally, that is always a good idea. Don't get me wrong, if you're doing a regular run, and you're not doing a pacifist run, it's definitely recommended to just eat the money situation, because obviously they're going to drain you quite fast in that regard. And generally, I don't really like that. I don't really like spending any more money than I would need to otherwise, because we wouldn't be making 720,000. We'd probably be making, what, I don't know, 600,000? I don't know whether it would be 120,000, but maybe. It might be, because if every single one of our fiefs is on unlimited and they're all spending 2,000 to maybe 6,000, maybe 7,000 every single day, you can imagine how that would add up. So I wouldn't be surprised if it literally would cost us, 120 to 150,000 every single day if we had all those, enabled. So that would be pretty harsh, in my opinion, and that would be kind of difficult for us to deal with. But anyway, the last fief is almost ours. We just need to wait another 2 days, I think. And we will now send a message to Brynja, the Queen of the Nords. And, well, our messenger will no doubt bring good tidings, because we're going to be spending a lot of money here. Yes, we're going to be spending a very, very large amount of money. Actually, only 21 million. Oh, okay. I was expecting a lot more, but there you go. The Nords have now been destroyed. Extremely, extremely nice. And it's actually funny. I'm kind of surprised that we were able to do this so easily in this episode. I thought this was going to take us a lot longer, but with the amount of money that we were making per day, it literally just requires me to... well, it requires me personally to wait quite a while. That's pretty much it. That's all that needs to really be done at this point in the game, which I have to admit, I'm kind of okay with that. I don't really mind too much about that. One thing I want to do though is I do want to create a faction. Do you think I can actually create a faction right now, or is that going to be really bad? Because what's going to happen is I'm assuming Britannia will declare war against us. And if they declare war against us, we can't speak to them and actually convince them to give us their fiefs. And not that easily, at least. Not that easily. So that's kind of the reason why I'm kind of thinking to myself, probably don't want to do that, right? We probably don't want to do that. So yeah, we're just going to do this. Let's have a look. Okay, this is 8,000 prosperity. So I'm assuming we're going to have to spend... let's see if we can guess. I think probably 19 to 20 million. I don't have that, unfortunately, so it's highly unlikely. Oh, no. Actually, we did it. Oh, look at that. 16. Okay. It's exactly that. So we're not putting on the 20%. Okay, for some reason he didn't want to put on the 20% there. Interesting. Okay. I was kind of thinking that he would. There's no point in putting money in there, but, you know, well, whatever. Yeah, 10,000 does not matter at this point. 10,000 is literally chump change, you know. We don't need to worry about that. Yeah, so now we just need to buy these 2 castles, actually 2 towns, sorry. We need 2 towns, and that is it. That is it. We have done it. Apart from, obviously, Amitatis. But I can't do much about that. There isn't anything I can do about that, because that's a bug. So, yeah, there's that. Oh, yeah, I did need to do something. I did need to go over here, change this. Just going to put that back to 2,000, put that back to 2,000, and then we're absolutely fine with that. There we go. All right, so, funnily enough, Pencannock isn't even going to be significantly difficult for us to deal with, and Dunglanis is going to be more expensive, yeah. So, Pencannock is going to be pretty easy for us. We should only need about 8 million, I'd say. Probably about 8 million for us to get that. And Dunglanis is going to take a lot more. It's probably going to be about, what, 15 million or something like that? Probably somewhere around there. And, yeah, unfortunately, we can't have any of these people join each other because, well, I'm going to be losing my family members, and I'd prefer not to do that. Thank you very much. So, yeah. One thing you got to know, though, the amount of days that I have spent in this campaign, the amount of days, how long do you think it's actually been? Put it down in the comments. Put it down in the comments right now if you want to guess how many days it has been. Obviously, you could probably work it out if you know the starting date or whatever. Havalvik has obviously rebelled. Yeah, that's also fine. That's actually also fine. We don't have to worry about it. It's okay. We just have to wait for them to make peace with us, and then we're going to be all good. So, you know, it's all good. I'm expecting some loyalty leakage to happen. So, for example, these kinds of rebellions, I'm expecting that to happen just because I don't have enough governors. I don't have enough people that actually have decent skills to be able to handle that. And obviously, I did reduce their garrisons down to a pretty much skeletal level. So if I were to do this again and completely remove the ability for any rebellion to happen, all I would do is do what I'm doing right now and basically just make it so that every single person, or should we say every single fief, has about 2,000 to spend on a garrison, and that is going to make a significant difference to their overall security level. And that's going to mean that we will not have any problems. Or it should be. Should be. I don't know whether that's actually the case, because I haven't confirmed it yet, but it does seem as though most of our fiefs are not having any issues whatsoever with loyalty now. As you could see, Argoron's at 51. You could see we're literally losing 0.12, which is really nothing. Same thing with Omor. Omor is okay. Akalat's okay. Sion's fine. Everywhere else is absolutely fine. Yeah, everywhere else is absolutely fine. I had problems with Galend quite a bit. Yeah, as you can see, we're losing 0.5 there, but that's just because of, well, you can see here, there is a patrol, and patrols do come out, and they do fight bandits, but unfortunately, in this case, the bandits are apparently overwhelming them, so Galend is going to be the next one that will fall before us, or shall we say, fall before any other one will happen. Ortengard is also having a problem. That's okay, though. We don't have to worry about that at all. I'm actually going to switch one of my governors and have him go over there. Okay, so this fellow doesn't actually like me that much. I'm not sure whether that's going to affect the price. I don't think relation has any impact on this. No, 15 million, as you can see. Yeah, so 15 million is perfectly fine. No problems at all there. Now, the one thing that we have to be a bit concerned about is, well, maybe we don't even need to worry about it too much, but I was kind of a bit worried that maybe Havalvik, once it, you know, gets into peacetime, which will happen relatively soon, but once it gets into peacetime, I'm a bit worried about the Legion of the Betrayed taking ownership over it, because can you imagine if that would happen to 2 separate fiefs? We'd be unable to we'd be unable to do anything there. Yeah, so Ortungard has obviously rebelled as well, but that, again, is not really that much of a problem. Aha, there it is. Pencannock, 9.6 million. No problems whatsoever there. And indeed, I believe that is it. That is it for the series right here, which is actually kind of crazy. As I said, I thought there would be at least one more episode after this one, but apparently not. I mean, Ortungard, obviously, as I said before, Ortungard is not actually a problem. I already took back Havalvik, by the way, because it was easy enough. Once they had made peace, all I had to do was literally just send them a message, and that's it. And yeah, then we had it. So that's the thing. One thing we've got to do, though, is we need to make sure that we can get Ortungard back, because, you know, legitimately, obviously, Amitatis, I cannot take it. There's nothing I can do about taking that. And I don't really want to attack anyone or anything like that, because that's obviously fundamentally breaking the rules of the challenge, so I don't really want to do that. And we have a ransom offer for Thule, because hilariously enough, they actually took my yeah, they actually took my my governor prisoner, which is hilarious. So yeah, that's great. Not going to be taking any of these people, thank you very much. Okay, yeah, so this guy wants me to that's so funny. He wants me to become a vassal, which I think is hilarious. But yeah, we're just going to wait here for a little bit of time. I actually don't know. Where's the best place for me to wait, actually? Where's the best place for me to wait? No. All these places are having no problems with loyalty anymore. Like I said, it's literally all about just making sure that they have enough in the garrison, and then they're going to be completely fine. Even without becoming a faction, it seems like, yeah, okay, fine. Ortungard, yeah, okay, fine, you know. That did actually turn on us, unfortunately, but, well, apart from that, we've had some pretty good times with loyalty most of the time, and so we don't really have to worry too badly about it. Yeah, let's just pay his ransom, why not? And we're going to wait until Ortungard becomes neutral, and/or until they decide to join another faction, which is obviously the Western Empire. They will be joining the Western Empire very, very soon. Alright, so I'm actually going to do something a little bit risky here, and that is me actually going and speaking to the guy that owns Ortungard, because I'm thinking to myself, okay, well, if they're not going to make peace with me and join another faction, what I'm going to do is I'm going to speak to him and say that... There we go. I can literally just make peace with him right now. I could literally just buy his fief right now. Look at that. I can literally buy his fief right now for 7 million. Boom, there you go. Done. That was nice and easy, wasn't it? Yeah, that was a lot easier than I thought. But there you go. All right, that's it. That is it. Wow, I am actually really, really surprised we were able to do this. In general, I did actually think that this was an amazing, innovative idea. I didn't actually come up with it myself. So I was like, wow, this is actually very, very cool. And generally, what I'm going to do is I'm going to see... I don't think I can do anything. This is kind of the problem here. I don't think I can actually do anything in regards to Amitatis, right? No, there's no way. Even if this guy is a different person, I don't think I can actually do anything here, because he's still part of a minor faction, and the minor faction isn't capable of even... Oh, wait, I should create my own faction. Yes. Okay, let's do that, okay? Let's do that, and let's see what happens. Lath has died of old age. Okay, well, that's kind of unfortunate. Okay, so I don't have a governor here. Let's see if I can... Who can I put in here? Yeah, Verminessa, I guess. I have no idea. Yeah, let's just put someone in there. Let's see what happens, okay? Because we might be able to make something happen here. I highly doubt it, but we might be able to. Okay, she's still not here for some reason. Okay, why is that taking so long? Where is she, actually? Okay, there we go, there we go. Now she's there. So now all we need to do is speak to her.
This is true.
Hello there. I would like to proclaim a new kingdom, and we will be, I have another people in mind. Oh, well, what do we want to be? Do we want to be Empire? Should we be Empire, or should we be Azerai? I guess we'll be... I mean, it doesn't really matter either way, to be honest. It doesn't really matter, so we'll just do Empire, I guess. And we'll just call ourselves, Wow, my wallet is heavy. There we go. Done. May wow, my wallet is heavy, forever be victorious. I always find these names very funny. Okay, so there you go. We did it. We finally... we finally made an actual faction, which is hilarious. And I have 52,000... That is quite funny. I have 52,000 influence. What is this? What is that? I haven't been able to use that, apparently, because obviously this is part of the diplomacy mod or something like that, which is quite funny in itself. But yeah, okay, what we're going to do is we're going to get tribunes of the people, of course. That's going to increase town loyalty, massive amounts. Forgiveness of debts is going to increase town loyalty. Absolutely amazing. I've been missing this so dramatically. I love those things. I absolutely love those things. So yeah, Imperial Towns, obviously amazing too. And yeah, there we go. Now we are going to be, are we going to be suffering from fief, what is it now? Fief depreciation or something like that? I'm actually not entirely sure. Anyway, shall we make him a vassal? Let's make this guy a vassal. Shall we? Wait a minute. Let's actually have a look here. He's 45. Okay, so the question is, he has a child. How old is he? 11. Okay, that's actually fine. Yeah, so we're going to make him a vassal. Hello there. About your position? No? Okay, I can't make him a vassal. Okay, interesting. I don't know why I can't. But what we're actually going to do, and this is the reason why I wanted to create my own faction, I want to hire the Legion of the Betrayed. I want to hire them as mercenaries. And that's going to be the secret of how we actually do this. Or at least I hope so. Where is Incurion? Is he here? No, of course he's not. Okay, we're going to have to go into the tavern and ask about him. And maybe we'll see if we can... Maybe we can do something about that. There we go. Okay, so now that we're a faction, we might be able to do this. Come on now. Kind of hope. Cross your fingers. Cross your fingers. We're going to need it. Okay, let's have a look.
Right, so...
Hello there. Yes, I would like you to serve Bertild as a mercenary. Okay, I'm going to just check real quick. Okay, no, he's still not allowing us to do that. Yes, this is fair. Join us. Done. Okay, they signed a mercenary contract. Okay, that's fantastic. So what happens now? We own it! I mean, technically... Technically? I mean, we don't really own it, but, I mean, it is technically ours. I mean, it's governed by him. Which is hilarious in itself, but as you can tell, if we go and speak to him again, and we try to get his fief, it's not going to work. He doesn't have it. There is nothing available here. So, there you go. At least we turned it green. We turned it green at least. It's just not ours, which is obviously a little bit unfortunate, but that's a bug, of course. And, yeah, we own everything! We own everything, and the Western Empire has now been eliminated, right? Oh, no, they haven't. Oh. I'm not entirely sure why. This is actually quite funny, to be fair. That is actually quite amusing because they should technically be eliminated. Yeah, let me actually just speak to this guy real quick. Let me see. Yes, I would like your support. Really? A 17% chance? Okay. I was actually kind of hoping that we'd be able to try to... you know, get some of these people to join us, but as you can quite clearly tell, they are not willing to do that. Oh, no, actually, wait, no, maybe we can. Hello. Okay, yeah, they're going to join for free. I mean, as you can see, they're going to join for free really, really easily. Okay, there you go, they joined us, that's great. Can we get other people? The thing is, we can't really do that. This is the rather problematic thing that we are now having problems with now. This is not really going to work out too well because the Western Empire still has a bunch of clans, right? This guy, we can maybe do something about him. I'm actually not entirely sure. What can we do? What can we do to make this happen? I don't think we can actually do anything. As you can see, I can't even speak to this guy about that. What about my own hand? No, you don't have a daughter. Okay, well, that's absolutely fine. Yeah, that is, I think, probably going to be it. There doesn't seem to be anything else I can really do. The only thing I would be capable of doing in this case is basically successfully persuading every single person. Oh, there's critical fail. Okay, well, that's unfortunate. But yeah, basically trying to convince every single person in the Western Empire to join us. But this is very much a, in my opinion at least, very much a formality. I think we've done it, to be honest, because if it was working correctly, I would have been able to purchase this very, very easily, and that is it. So there you go. That's the end of the Pacifist Challenge, and we managed to do it. Obviously, it took us an extreme amount of time. Is there a way that I can show you the amount of days? Let me see. And here it is. This is the thing that I was thinking of. Here it is. Very nice. Coming closer, you see. That's some show signs of habitation. An old man in worn and tattered robes sits at the mouth of one of these caves, meditating in the cool mountain air. Let's go and approach him. And we're going to get to see exactly, well, we're going to get to see some cool stats, I guess. I'm actually not entirely sure. I've never done this before, actually, so I guess we'll find out. Hello there. You must be one of those lordly types who ride their horses about this land, scrabbling for wealth and power. I wonder what you hope to gain from such things. Well, power can mean the power to do good as well, you know, all that wonderful stuff. And, yeah, and then he says, we dine well on locusts and wild honey. Some of us once knew wealth and power, but what we relish now is freedom. Freedom from the worry that what we hoard will be lost. Okay, well, perhaps I would like to know peace for a while. But I would need to think about the future of my clan. Yeah, so as you can see here, we can now basically say, I choose not to name anyone, and that's a game over. Oshiro will retire. Your game will end. Would you like to continue? And there it is. We now get to see exactly how much, well, time has passed. And indeed, 117 years. And I've played for 20 hours. Real world time. So yeah, 117 years. Absolutely insane. And you can see all of the stuff. You can see prisoners recruited, obviously 0. Children born, 9. I thought I had a lot more than that. You can see my battles. I have literally done 0 across the entire campaign. 0 people killed, 0 people taken prisoner, and the amount of money that we've made. This is the amount of money we made. How much is this? How much is this? Is that 87? Wait, no. That is 879 million, I think. Yes. That is 879 million. We were almost a billionaire. Wow, that's pretty crazy. All right, well, technically not, because we didn't actually have it in our bank, but still, you know. Weapons crafted. I only made 208. I didn't actually make that many, which is quite surprising, I guess. And number of hired companions, 21. No companions with kills, no companions with issues solved or anything like that. And that is it. So there you go. That's the end of the Pacifist Challenge, and we did a very good job. Yeah, not bad, not bad. I probably could have done it a lot quicker if I had done different things, if I'd done a couple of different things differently. So yeah, so it's all right. It's all right. I think we did pretty nicely. Thank you very much for joining me on this journey. I had a huge amount of fun. I hope you did as well. And as a result, that will be it for this. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.